Hello there, welcome to another short video on solving a LeetCode problem with APL. Today we will solve problem 1528, shuffle string. And the problem says, oh really? Okay, this is so easy in APL. Yeah, sorry about that. So we are given a string and an integer array of the same length, and the integer array tells us the positions to which the letters should go in the result. Yeah. So the key to solving this in APL is noticing that these things are paired up, right? The indices and the letters are paired up, and essentially what we want to do is to sort these integers while preserving the things that are paired together. So for example, the 0 was paired to the L, and so when we sort the integers in ascending order, the 0 goes to the beginning, and so does the L, which was paired with the 0. And in APL this is very, very simple to do. Okay, so let's do the following. Let's copy this example. So the indices, where is my session? So the indices are this, and my string, which is just a character vector. So a vector of characters. This is my string. Now what I want to do is I want to take the indices and sort them by the way, in case you don't know, in APL you can do something like this. So what's going on is, and notice that this is fairly similar to the actual answer, but it's not what we want. So we can use a vector to index into other things. So for example, 0, 1, 2 gives me the first three the first three scalars in there, sorry about that. And now just a warning for those of you who are fairly new to APL. Take a close look at quad IO, because this tells you where your indices start, and I like my quad IO set to 0, so my indices start with 0. But if you change your quad IO to 1, then your indices no longer start with 0. You can see that I have an index error here because I said that the index origin is 1, and so I would need to add 1 to that, effectively making my indices 1, 2, 3. Yeah, but I like quad IO set to 0. Okay, so when we have a vector like S, we can use indices to index into the vector, and it can even have repeated elements. And now what I want to do is I want to take the indices and I want to figure out what's the permutation of the indices that lets me correct their ordering. Okay, and so what this did is, and now I can see that their first example is terrible because there's so many repeated letters, and yeah, and so it's very difficult to see the differences in here because these two look almost the same, but notice that the 5 and the 6 swapped and the 1 and the 2 swapped. So what this result tells me, this is not, as you can see, this is not ordering the argument in ascending order. What it does is it tells me what would be the indices that would order the vector in ascending order. And if these are the indices that would order the argument in ascending order, well, the argument is this, so I can use these indices to actually order the thing, right? But I don't want to order the indices, I want to order the string. So I just replace it with S. And this is just, it's just that, you know, it's very, very simple. Let me replace the indices with this and the string with this thingy that has less repeated letters. Now what I do is that, remember that grade up, which is the name of this symbol, it's over here, grade up, it doesn't sort things Okay, it tells you what would be the indices that would sort things, and we can see that this is very powerful because then I can sort something depending on the order of some other thing. Yeah, so this is why there's a grade up instead of a sort primitive, or at least this is my understanding of why it's like that. So yeah, grade up and grade down are two twin primitives, and they are very, very powerful, so I do recommend that you spend some time figuring out what they do and just getting used to the fact that they return indices and not ordered things. So in here it's more easy, it's easier to see that the results are different, and also not the ordering itself. So yeah, that's it for this video. And no, it's not, sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. We just have to define the solution, and that's taking the string and indexing it with the grade up of the indices. So now we have as, yeah, so that's our solution, just that. Yeah, so as I was saying, feel free to drop a comment down below with your alternative suggestions of solutions, and otherwise I'll just see you in the next video. Bye.